sky. And half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. Art and Blow coming through with the truth. Keep it 100, that's the only rule. Every week, bring something you ain't know. Hot topics, that's the name of the show. Hit us with a like, follow, share, and a cash app. Coming to your player. Chicken Little really fell from the sky. And half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. It's time to tell the truth. 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 Kids, if one word is
He's back. It's your boy Art, my sidekick Blow. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. Man, we got a hot topic for y'all tonight. It's called spinning the narrative. Spinning the narrative, that's what's up, man. I'm telling you, that's what they doing to us, and we going to prove it to you tonight. Y'all know what we're doing. Throw your cash apps up, like and share the page. We good, Blow. Both of us in here. I see us on.
Okay, we're good to go. It's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563. Again, 704-449-6563. You can watch us live on YouTube as well. Time to Tell the Truth podcast. All one word. Send us a question, get a cash out. Tonight's topic is spin the narrative.
That's what they do. That's what they've been doing to us. That's how we've been getting caught up. We're going to show y'all some examples tonight on how the narrative is spent, Blow. Because people don't seem to get it, and we go time and time again, and they don't seem to get it. That's what I can't understand about this situation. You know, time and time again, they spin the narrative on you, and you don't know how to act. Just like on ICE, they done spent the narrative. Hey, what's up? We see you out there, Keisha Kiki. I'm glad you joined in tonight. This is a hot topic. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be showing y'all some clips. That's just how I go.
My thing is, Art, I just want the people to start thinking for themselves. I want you just to start using your own logic. Don't listen to what somebody else say. If 10 people tell me the sky red and I see a blue sky, I'm going to have to disagree with all y'all. That's just simple as that. You know what I mean? My eyes might see color wrong, but I'm not going to tell you something just because that's what you say. I don't have to agree with everything.
Right. It's called critical thinking, Blow. I think that's what we ain't been never taught to do. That's why when you go to college, you start thinking critically. They make you think. You got to do all those papers. You got to do those essays. You got to think outside the box. They make you be creative in the way that you think. You just don't take one thing. You know, somebody tell you to put something in your body. You say, wait a minute. You just don't go down there and put it in because they say do it, even though they might say it's good for you. Because as soon as you hear somebody say, well, that ain't no good for you, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, do your research.
Absolutely. If I hear two conflicting situations, I got to go start doing my research. I can't just go with the one narrative because that narrative might be a spin job.
Exactly. So me and Art was talking today, and we just go give y'all a quick example of what it means to think critically. So we was talking today, and I had somebody ask me to ask Art. They said, ask Art, how come rich Democrats don't support Trump on not raising the tax? I mean, why do rich Democrats want the taxes raised on essentially themselves? And Art had a good answer. And what was your answer to that question, Art?
Because they want to keep us down. That's the problem. They want to keep the people down. They want to keep the American people down. That's the answer.
Because it's like this, like Art told me earlier. If a Democrat that's rich is willing to take higher taxes, and Art says to hold the people down, what do you mean, Art? Okay, essentially now you got to make $2 million to even have $1 million.
Absolutely. So that makes it harder for you to get rich. And they know that. That's why they keep doing that. If they say raise taxes on the rich, all that means is it's harder for me and you, Blow, to get rich. Because now instead of us having at $1 million, we got a whole million. We only got $490,000. We don't have the million because the rest is being taxed. So for you to actually get $1 million, now you got to have $2 million. Now that keeps us down here having to scrape to get up that high. Now I don't have to scrape. I can't scrape for $1 million. Now I got to scrape for $2 million just to say I got $1 million.
But they trick us down here at the bottom into thinking against that and going down there to cast a vote against that. And now you looking crazy when you get $1 million check.
Yeah, absolutely. That keeps us down. Well, you know, it's a simple solution to not raising taxes. Stop spending. You know, stop throwing the money away. Stop giving the money away. You don't have to raise taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. You know, people just look out here and say, well, doggone, this stuff got to be paid for. Yeah, but you're going to have to throw the money away. They're not a good steward of our money. They stealing, they doing everything else. They're giving it away. Man, they're giving the stuff away by the boatload. How many millions of dollars cash money did Barack Obama put on a doggone plane and ship over there? I'm talking about cash money.
Cash money.
Millions of dollars. And then nobody say nothing. Everybody just looking the other way. I ain't heard nobody say nothing yet. I mean, he had the House and the Senate, and he shipped all that money over there. You can't do it. This stuff is easy to Google, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna show you, we're gonna show y'all an example on somebody trying to spin the narrative. You know, blow down in Florida, they just passed in their house where you don't have to, a bill that's saying that you don't have to pay no more taxes on your house. Now, I don't know about you, but everybody with half a brain and any kind of common sense would say that's a good thing.
Exactly.
Not paying taxes on my house? Really, I wish they passed one for the car too.
Yeah, exactly.
Why? Hey, it's never yours it's never yours, man. As long as you're paying for it, paying taxes on it, you really don't own it. That's it right there. That's the bill.
So here go the post. All right? You break down the post to him.
Yeah, that's the post that Blow has put up right there. This post is saying, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read exactly what this cat put up on that thing. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm gonna read to y'all what this post is actually saying. What the guy put up on there. The post was saying
read the top.
Okay. Yep. It says the Florida House just voted to end property taxes for homeowners, potentially saving families thousands of dollars every single year. That's the top of the post right there. $1,000. I mean, that's a good thing. Who wouldn't think that was good? But let me show you a narrative spin. And this is the way they do it. This is the way they get us. This guy, Jay Flogs, underneath, he said, this is not a good thing. This is just a political pandering. Do people understand how municipal budgets work? Florida would need to recover the lost revenue from somewhere else. That means state bills will possibly go up, sales tax may increase in the state, etc. The funds will come from increase elsewhere of budget cuts. Property tax funds things like schools, police, fire, public hospitals, local governments, city planning. Policies like this is what create ghost towns because his town can't generate enough revenue to stay afloat and people begin to move out, which is an absolute lie. That is a lie from the pits of hell. Listen, man, they do this and put a spin like that. Now, y'all see, let me show you where critical thinking comes in at that, Blow. Now, if you read that and you listen to this guy telling you, oh, the revenue's got to come from somewhere else, the toll's going to go up. It supports schools, it support that. Yeah, but guess what? The one main factor that this man left out about.
Mm-hmm.
The man left out that you can't take a toll back from me, okay? If I don't pay taxes on toll, you can't take that. You can take my house if I don't pay taxes. See what I'm saying? You can't gonna take the school if taxes ain't paid for the school. See, but you can take my house. Now,
exactly.
If a person don't understand that and listen to the spin job this cat put on here, they'll be out of their rabbit mind. And it's a lot of people that listen to that spin job. It's a lot of people that will like what that man put up under that post. But the problem with that is it don't do you no good. They will take your house. You can't take a toll booth. I don't care whether the doggone toll's only paid or not. You ain't coming to take my house if it ain't paid. You know what I'm saying? Stop, man.
That makes sense. You're right. They ain't gonna tear the toll road down. But
exactly.
They can take your house.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You ain't gonna take the toll road down if you do that. Dog, I don't care about that. You ain't coming to take my house. That's the problem. That's how you spin a subject.
And that's the first comment up under a post that said that Florida trying to vote to take it the way you ain't even got to pay taxes on your house.
Yeah, Absolutely. That's the first post.
People crazy.
A bot posted that, more or less. Somebody,
yeah, probably so.
That don't want that bill passed, they posted that. And I can guarantee you the man is probably a Democrat.
Yeah, definitely a Democrat. Hey, we can tell a Democrat when we see one.
Exactly. When he posts something, yeah, I can tell you, you definitely ain't no Republican, and he's not conservative at all. You looking at something about some poll, and you ain't looking at my house being took. Are you serious? All you have to do, and I said this at the beginning of the show, if you need revenue, stop throwing it away. He didn't say nothing about the thousands and thousands of illegals down there spending up all the money that's coming out of taxes. That's what that's paying for. All these people that's stealing all the money, that's what it's going to. Stop all that illegal stuff, all that doggone throwing our money away, and then we can get something done.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how that go. You know, we're going to have to stop this, man. I mean, we really is. We're going to have to stop throwing money away, and we got to tell our politicians to stop throwing our money away and stop giving it away. We funding wars, our Ukraine war. Look at all the money we done sent to Ukraine. That's our tax dollars. What idiot wouldn't say, no, you get that money back, and I don't have to pay taxes on my house because you over there in somebody else's business. You see what I'm saying?
I seen a post on Instagram, and they brought to our attention that if you watch CNN or all the mainstream news, you don't see nowhere on none of those that where the Democrats are talking about Black History Month.
Right, exactly. I saw that.
And then you got all these people trying to slander Trump because he had a ball, a successful ball at the White House.
Right. And he had a lot of Black people showed up. A lot of people spoke. More than one lady. I know y'all probably seen that clip about that lady at the White House. People started hating on her, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Well, if you didn't see it, we're going to go ahead and give it a go.
All right.
I like her.
I like him too. One thing I like about him, he keeps it real just like grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president. I am filled, my cup runneth over because he allowed his constituents, his people to come to my house to interview me, to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched, I rallied, I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats. Get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there to interview me in my home. Have you ever heard of a thing? Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change crime in the district. You take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a hard time, you do hard time. Just that simple. And then we need National Guard, and which we did years ago. He brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. Doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.
I think we froze up a little bit on that, Blow.
Yeah, I know. I'm seeing it. I don't know why they giving us the hardest time, Mark, man. I don't know what we got to do to get it going, man. Every time we try to come on here, They give us the, I don't know, we
Yeah.
get the worst signal, worst connection, worst everything.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
I
got
mean,
you though. But yeah, but you go ahead, Art.
yeah, but you can see how that lady was. They talk junk about her. She wasn't doing nothing but telling the truth. I mean, come on, man, get off the man's back, let him do his job. I don't get it. You know, you on there and you ain't letting the man do his job, let him do his job.
That's it. And the man doing a good job. I mean, all this stuff this man done did. I had my grandma. You remember I told you back when I voted for Trump last time, my grandma was mad at me, wouldn't talk to me, hung up on me and everything. But she kept it 100 the other day. She told me, she said, baby, I don't know what Trump got going on and what he done did, but my Social Security check done went up $400. He's stopping from taking taxes out of it. Why is Democrats against Social Security, which is a tax, being taxed? I don't understand that. You got somebody that's trying to put more money in the American people pocket, and y'all just finding more reasons every time he do something good. Y'all have to find a reason to hate the man more.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't get it. It's like the question that was asked to you, Blow. Why do Democrats hate, hate because we getting a break? I don't understand it. Everything that's good, they against it. Where's the policies at?
Exactly.
I mean, where is the policies? Start naming me some policies. I'm going to tell you, I don't mind being a Democrat if you give me a policy to run with. Give me something good to do.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is this is the thing. They don't even do the policies that they bring up. They bring up a policy and you'll vote for it, and they still never do it.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I mean,
they never even,
that's taking you at its highest form.
What all the policies they bring up is jacked up. I mean, we can start naming them. You bring up men and women's sports. Don't nobody want that, man. Why is that should be a policy? Why would you want to be a man?
Yeah, I think we need to go ahead and get into their latest policy they got. I don't know why we having problems with our videos. Hopefully we can get this video right here to play a little better. But this right here, this show you what they up to. They ain't up to no good. You got a president over here that's trying to get the American Academy going. He just got the Trump accounts going. If you didn't know, you can go to TrumpAccounts.com. The code is 4547. And if you got a child that was born between January the 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028, you can go sign them up at TrumpAccounts.com, and they go put $1,000 in their account that's go generate interest like an IRA account all the way up until they can take it out at 18. But they say if you maximize the money that you could put in, which is you could put in $5,000 a month, and you can have your job put in up to $2,500 a month, you can get up to $1.1 million by the time they 28 years old. Now, come on now. What president in the history of presidents done ever came out with some stuff like that?
Yeah, bro, is that retroactive? That going through this year, don't it? Don't that go through?
Oh, yeah. It's already up and running. It just got up and running 4-5 days ago. It's up and running. You could go right now to TrumpAccounts.com, and if you got a little baby that was born as of January the 1st, 2025, you can sign them up and get them an account started with $1,000, and it's going to generate interest all the way up until they turn 18 years old where they can get the money out.
Yeah, and the thing about it, you don't have to put the $1,000 in. And they got mad at Nicki Minaj for going along with that. He said, okay, I'll even contribute. Just think, man, if people start contributing to our kids and putting stuff up for our kids, come on, how you going to beat that, Blow?
You can't beat that because you got somebody who is giving you $1,000 to have a baby, but then on the other side, the side that y'all love, they want to abort the baby.
Exactly.
I mean, you got a side that want to kill the baby, and then you got Trump. Now, I don't understand for the life of me how that makes sense. How you hate somebody that'll give you $1,000 to have a baby, but then you love the people that want you to abort the baby, but you don't even have to get pregnant.
Exactly. They spin the narrative. That's it.
Yeah, they spin
the picture we showed of Florida and what's going on down there in Florida, that picture you put up, okay, that talked about Florida just passed legislation to where homeowners don't have to pay no property taxes, okay, and it's got to go to the Senate, and then they got to vote on it. That's the way that worked down there. It go to the Senate. If it's approved in the Senate, the people got to vote on it. Okay, that's the way that worked. And you got this clown. Put that paper back up for a second, bro. You got this clown that's down in Florida. The first doggone comment on the post, the man comes on and spins the narrative. I can't believe it. You come on and spin a narrative saying this policy ain't no good. This is not a good thing. I mean, and he really spent the narrative. If you start reading all the stuff that he put up there, the narrative is being spent, man. How you spin that narrative like that? I don't know. All that stuff up underneath there that man put on that post is disgusting to me, because ain't no way in the world that you can do this and not understand that what he's saying this is not a good thing. This is just political pandering. Do people understand how municipal budgets work? See, that right there is something stupid. Florida would need to recover the lost revenue from somewhere. I don't care where they recover the lost revenue from, as long as it ain't from my house. See, and we just explained that. You can take it down, bro. And we just explained about that. Look, you can't go take a toll road back. You can come and take my house if I don't pay taxes. If the toll road taxes don't get paid, tear it up. I don't care. I ain't got to live on a toll road. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, what makes that such a bad policy is that this clown tried to spin that narrative and make people think that that's not a good thing. Now you want to think about, oh, this might go up. You know what? That's the way it works when you're working at these companies. And somebody say, let's get a union started. The first thing they'll do, if they say, let's start a union in your company, the first thing the company is going to do is spin the narrative. And they're going to send people out there saying, man, you got to pay union dues. That's going to come out of your check. Okay. Then they're going to turn around and say, well, they're going to start firing people. This is what they do. This is how you spin a narrative. That after they say they're going to start firing people, they're going to say, well, we won't be making as much. When in reality, you're going to get the most out of a union being at your company, because they get to go through the company's books, find out how much money they make, and see what they ought to be paying a fair share to somebody. Y'all do not let these people gaslight you and spin a narrative on you and make you think, and I'm going to just keep it 100, bro, because you know I keep it 100. Most of the time, it's black people scared to death to get 2 pennies, take out their check, and gain a lot of money at the end of the day. Because you get regular wages, you get competitive pay, you get competitive benefits, you get all of that when the union come in. But they'll have most black people in there scared to death to get $10 a month took out because you got to pay union dues.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, I done seen it happen. I done seen it happen in companies. I done seen all this stuff go down out here because people can't do any critical thinking. They can't think no further than you're going to take $10 out of my check. Then they put something false out there saying, well, they're going to close this business down or they're going to do this and do that. They ain't going to do nothing. They lose. They making money. They the one making billions of dollars. You know, you have to go with that, man, and whatever's going to be best for you. That's what you have. Somebody that can't fire you for anything, stuff like that, man, that give you job security and all that stuff. They can't just come in and fire you. So we have to look out for stuff like that, man, and stop watching for the people to gaslight you and spin the narrative on you. It's just like all this ICE stuff. The narrative has been spent. When has ICE been bad? ICE been picking up people for the longest.
Yeah.
How did they spin the narrative? How did they do that, Blo?
I don't know, because really and truly, because the media won't say one thing that's the true determining factor of it all. If you black and you against ICE, I want you to know this one thing. Trump, basically, by him deploying ICE, is basically protecting the black vote. Because if you keep letting people come over here, every illegal that come across the border illegally, it just lessens the power of the black vote. That's it. You only got 48 million black people in America. And you got that many immigrants over here. So the more that they keep letting come over here, they ain't doing that. Every time an illegal come over there, all they do is lower the power of our vote. And that's it. And when you're getting somebody every time they deport somebody out of the country, that strengthens our vote.
Right.
I don't get it. But they got you and your kid out there marching against ICE.
Yeah, you got 51.9 immigrants in this country. We are no longer the minority. So forget it. So now what they do, steamroll right over you Okay, excuse me. Let me get this to them. Walk right over top of you. Excuse me. Let me get this to them. Because right now, you ain't the majority minority no more. We replacing you to use somebody else. That's what's being said. That's what's
exactly. And that's what's happening. And the thing is, you ain't getting nothing when you was number 2. You ain't getting nothing when you was number 2. The only thing you got out of there is a man out your house, a broke up family, and incentivized for it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you got. And that's just the truth.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. I said this, I made a post last night, and I said this to be the truth. I understand the Democrat Party. I understand what they stand for. What they fundamentally stand for is to make us, me, Art, you, everybody on here that's black, to feel like the victim of the ways of America, the circumstances and everything. They want you to be the victim to that.
Right.
But in that, they take your power away.
Yeah, in just that. Yeah.
In just that. And you got to remember, no matter who the president is, the people always get left behind in politics. In politics, the people always get left behind. Unless you get a wild card like Donald Trump, somebody who is not playing by the political playbook. Somebody that say, okay, let me executive this in and say $1,000 go to every child. Let me do this to say no more taking. Why are you taking taxes out of a Social Security that is a tax? Why is y'all taxing tips? Why is y'all taxing overtime? Everybody know, if you know overtime, you know if you work 10 hours overtime and you work 20 hours overtime, you make the same amount of money. Because that's the way overtime set up.
Yeah.
It's set up as basically robbery. If you get 10 hours overtime, your check might be $1,990, $1,990. You do 20 hours overtime, now you get $1,980. Now, what kind of sense do that make? But then you got a president that come in there and say, nah, we Xing that out. How is Democrats too busy over there trying to give the pride flag the same power as the American flag?
Right.
They over there doing all this crazy stuff. They want your son to read your kindergarten to read the book called Debbie, Can I Come Into Your Box?
Yeah.
Oh, your box looks so wet, Debbie. The flaps is flapping on your box. I mean, all this stuff, they fighting for these kind of books in kindergarten schools.
Yeah. Ain't thought about the American people, ain't thought about a way to get us ahead. They ain't even teaching them how to read and write. I'm telling you, graduating.
And the only thing y'all keep talking about is pedophilia. If y'all don't understand what hypocrite means, Democrat. That is the definition of a hypocrite, a Democrat. Y'all talking about the Epstein files, but y'all over here fighting for a book. Debbie, Can I Come in Your Box? That's the name of the book, Art. Debbie, Can I Come in Your Box?
Man, stop.
He said, Debbie, can I look in your box? Debbie said, no, your head too big to fit inside my box.
Man, stop playing.
In the kindergarten. In the kindergarten.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
In the kindergarten. Come on now. Who is behind this stuff?
Yeah.
Who is behind this stuff?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Y'all got all these transgender people out there standing in the middle of the street, man. The police. I ain't never in my life seen people chase the police.
They got them tricked. That's what I'm talking about. The narrative.
But then y'all look, they had chased the police. That's what I don't understand. You would chase the police, right? And then go to the house and post a victim post. You'll play the victim on the post, but Trump and them destroying America, but you just blew up half a block.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people die, but you in the way out there. Get out the way. I've never seen that. The narrative has been spent, Blow. That's the bottom line.
Exactly. Yeah. And Charmaine, I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't no Republican standing for that. Trump ain't okay with no books like that being in the library.
No. They banned all that garbage in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, they putting all that stuff down there. That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But that's what's going on. That's what's going on. I'm trying to find policies. Nobody would tell me nothing. I look for policies. You know what they told me about Barack? He couldn't do nothing. And they wonder why me and you go hard for this administration. We go hard because we know we finally got an outlaw. somebody who's gonna go against the narrative, who's gonna
Yeah,
go
go do
against.
something.
Ain't nobody gonna sit there and say he can't do nothing. Oh, they wouldn't let him do this. Yes, he can do it. He had you got all kind of executive orders you can do. You can put pressure on them jokers. You can do a lot. They just didn't want to. They wanted to go with the same narrative. They wanted to be the same doggone thing. They wanted to keep going the way it was going. Obama didn't have to do nothing. And somebody told me, well, why you wouldn't blow? Would you vote for somebody? Or like they was telling you, Blow, well, Trump just ain't standing for black people and all that. And he wanted to stand for white people. And we voted for Obama that he would stand for black people. And he did not do it.
Yeah, somebody said, Blow, you biased. You ain't vote for it. Yeah, I'm biased. I'm biased. Yeah. So you wasn't biased. You ain't never made a biased vote for Obama? Because I voted for Obama, and I'm gonna be honest, I felt it in my spirit that the change was gonna come.
Yeah.
Boy, was I fooled.
Yeah, me too. Vote for Obama because he's black. That was the natural thing to do. So why you get mad at somebody because they go for their people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to keep it 100. And he a bulldog, and he going for us. He going for the American people. If you can't see that by now, you ain't been able to think outside the box that they put you in.
No, man, that don't make no sense. Y'all doing everything to destroy America. Y'all in the way of ICE. You out there making signs, got the kids out there with signs say free Maduro. Come on, man. What is y'all doing?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this video right here. We're gonna show a little bit of this one. Hopefully I can get this one to run right, but we're gonna check this one out right quick.
All right.
In the media that the Republicans are going to lose the House, that they could lose the House, the Democrats are going to take back the House. And I just keep thinking, like, how is that possible? The Democrats literally have no good ideas for making your life more affordable. They have no good ideas for keeping the country safe. They care more about illegals than they do.
I'm having a hard time. What?
Yeah, it was playing.
It was playing?
Yeah.
Okay. On mine, I couldn't even see it playing on my end.
Yeah,
let's try it again. Okay.
To their own voters and citizens, they just steamrolled the black community by bringing in third world immigrants. I mean, I don't get it. And yet, Senator Chuck Schumer said yesterday his big focus for the next 90 days is to push through a bill that makes the LGBTQ trans flag equal in status to the American flag. Like, what does this do? Like, while Trump's working as hard as he can to make life safer and more affordable and bring all this money into the country, their big push for the next 90 days is to shut down ICE and make the LGBTQ trans flag equal to the American flag. Help me make sense of this.
Well, there's no logic and there's no rhyme or reason to what the Democrats do, except they just want to get in the way of Donald Trump. Bobby Kennedy said it during the 2024 campaign. He said, who needs a policy when you have Trump to hate? That's what the Democrats do. You don't need policy proposals if you have someone you can point at and say, he's evil, right? Hitler 2.0 wants to do all of these things, so you have to oppose it. It's all emotional, right? None of this stuff is based in logic. This story about the trans flag and it becoming equal status with that of the American flag, I would like, just for once, where's Caitlin Collins? Where's Margaret Brennan? Where are these people on the mainstream media? David Muir. Just once say, how does that make anything more affordable? You're focused on affordability. How does this flag stuff make anything more affordable? How does it address the cost of beef, right? How does it address the cost of living, rents, mortgages, interest rates? How does it address energy costs? The answer is it doesn't, right? So if you look at the priorities that the Democrats have, none of them line up with anything that is going to the American people. Sure, you can have your flag be equal status with the American. What does it even do for trans people? It's nothing but a symbol. It doesn't. They still have to buy eggs. They still have to buy, food. They still have to pay for rent. They still have to pay for health care. The Unaffordable Care Act, right? The Obamacare. We're told it's the Affordable Care Act. Well, then why hasn't it been affordable? Why do you need now more subsidies to make the Affordable Care Act affordable if the Affordable Care Act is supposed to make healthcare affordable? I know that sounded like a big runaround, but slow it down. It was the Affordable Care Act. We're told now, going back to the default setting of the Affordable Care Act, makes healthcare unaffordable. Okay, then your whole plan failed. You've got to at least admit it. Someone's got to admit that or press.
Go ahead, Art.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Steamroll over us, okay? Come up with these policies that's not even a policy. I mean, if you start asking these people, give me some policies, man, I'm good. I don't mind even being a Democrat if you got some policies that's working for me, my family, the rest of the American people. If you got some policies that's working, bring them to me. Tell them to me. I don't see nothing they had. Look, the pride fad, like the man said, ain't doing nothing for me, bro. It ain't doing nothing for putting meat on the table. That's what you focus on? Is that what you
It ain't doing nothing for them.
It
ain't doing nothing for them. If you get a pride flag the same power as the American flag, they still got to pay high rent. They still got to deal with this inflation going on. But like he said, their main thing is just getting in the way of Trump. Come on, man. This man trying to get something done, and y'all in the way talking about making a flag equal to the American flag. That's their policy.
Yeah, that's the policy. That's the policy you're going with, right? You're going to stand on that policy. You don't have a freaking policy.
No, you don't have no policy. Yeah, but this the same Chuck Schumer that just said a month ago, whenever we got Maduro, that Trump would never be able to get another president in his custody from another country without the Senate signing off on it. Come on, man. If the man would have had to come to y'all to do it, it would have never got done. Y'all would have tipped the man off. The man would have ran. Soldiers probably would have died and everything.
Right. What? Well, that's the same guy, Blow. That's the same guy that said, 10, 15 years ago when Democrats were power, oh, we need to get the illegals out. You need to have an ID. Now he's talking about having an ID. It's Jim Crow. Where'd that come from? Who gonna bring something out talking about an ID is Jim Crow? What American person is that dumb to believe that having an ID is Jim Crow? I mean, and that people don't know how to go get an ID in this time and age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, do you really think these people that dumb? I know it's some here. There's some of them just that dumb.
Man, Donnie up there in New York, man, Donnie up there talking about blacks needing an ID is racist and Jim Crow. But then he was hiring people to shovel the snow the other day, and you got to show 2 forms of ID to shovel the snow.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
Hypocrite.
That kind of hypocritical stuff. That's what we don't like. That's what I don't like.
No, I don't like that type of stuff either, man. And everybody keep talking about morals and Trump need to act a certain kind of way. He need to act. How would you act? I know how I would act. I'm acting the same way I'm acting right now. You don't tell me how to act. I'm a human being like you. Y'all don't want a human to be a human. And I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody keep talking about that King's Day and king and this. To be honest, shoot, hey, it don't sound too bad to me because I know one thing. We go right back to the basic politics stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you get nothing out the deal. Nothing at all out the deal.
Well, they want a polished up person who act like this and talk like that, proper with it, but do nothing for you. That don't cut the mustard. People started seeing through that. That's why Trump is in office right now. Man, I see through that. We got some people out here that act like they invisible. I see you. You not invisible. You not hiding. Stop it, man. I can see you. I can see what you're doing. You are not hiding, man. You sitting there talking about blacks can't get an ID. Like I'm talking about you invisible saying that, and I'm not supposed to see you saying that. Man, stop it. I see you.
Yeah, but that's my problem. My problem with the people that's getting paid, the Charlemagnes and the Whoopi Goldbergs that know the basic stuff that we was just talking about. You think Whoopi Goldberg don't know if you raise taxes on the rich? Why won't neither one of them, why won't she come on The View and tell people, if you raise taxes on the rich, people like me, then if you don't have any money, if you become a millionaire, you have to get $2 million to have a physical $1 million. Exactly. She know that. Charlemagne know that. D.L. Hughley know that. Ricky Smiley know all that. Why do it take art to tell you that?
Exactly. When they got a bigger platform, they should be telling you that. Instead, they're telling you the opposite. Oh, you can't never get nothing. Wonder why I can't get nothing. because you keep pushing this trash to make sure I don't get nothing. You keep talking about raising the doggone taxes on the rich, and you ain't never talked about stop spending money. You ever tried that? You ever tried don't spend all the money up and you won't need to raise taxes on nobody? Don't give the money away. My money,
And
my
all-
taxpayer money.
And all this stuff about the I had somebody tell me today, oh, they beef is with the elite rich. You talking about the Jeff Bezos of the world? You talking about
Yeah.
the people who go buy you a Sprinter van tomorrow and go down there to Amazon and they write you a contract all the way from the richest man in the world all the way down to you?
Yeah.
That's opportunity. Now I with this. Now this is what this is where I have a problem. The wages should be more. You should.
Yeah.
Everybody should be making what it's worth. I agree with
Exactly.
that 100%. But that taking money away from the richest, the people that's creating opportunity, it don't make no sense. Because if they switch positions with you and them, Amazon will be broke next week.
Yeah. So
Well, you'll run $1 trillion in the hole in no time.
absolutely. Yeah. Because I mean, they generate you to hate somebody that's got something because you ain't got it, or you too lazy to get it, or you don't want to strive for it. I mean, you should be teaching yourself that you can do anything, not that you can't do it because somebody's holding you down. It's just the opposite. They make you feel like you can't do it because you're being held down. The poor me syndrome.
That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Poor me syndrome.
The poor me syndrome make me not want to do nothing. You said it a million times, bro. You walked around thinking you couldn't do nothing. You couldn't be much, get a job, not nevertheless become the supervisor.
Exactly.
Come on, because somebody told you that. Somebody that you see that you looked up to told you that. Y'all look up to Whoopi Goldberg and all them, and so they tell you that. So you believe them and you don't say nothing. Come on, man.
And
Don't
then
do
my
that.
thing is this. If you are a Democrat, I challenge you to do this. Answer a question when somebody asks you. People ask me questions. People ask Art questions. I answer their question, but when I get them a question back, I never get an answer.
Yeah.
Can't nobody ever tell us what had the Democratic Party done. Somebody asked me, oh, what have Trump done? No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, got rid of all that foolishness, trying to get the illegal immigrants out here. Y'all in the way. Y'all in the way of what he's trying to do. The man trying to get the illegals out of here so he can protect the black vote. One thing is this, and you know, this identify stuff is getting out of hand. Y'all are literally think it's okay to make an illegal immigrant that ain't broke no laws or nothing. They can just identify as an American citizen. So you just go eliminate the fact that they snuck across the border.
Right.
But if I get into trouble for anything, ain't nobody defending me. I ain't never seen no crazy white person standing in front of no SUV stopping the police from taking me to jail.
Right. Well,
I don't get it.
It's like this. They want people to come in illegal. These people just ain't wanting to come in illegal. They want to come in and bring their culture with them. That's why you got the little Mexico cities around here. That's why you got all these little things. Okay, I tell you what. Go somewhere and set up a little America city. Go somewhere. Go over there and set up a little man. See how quick that get towed down. You ain't going over nowhere else, bringing your flag, putting it in the ground, talking about this is little America right here. Where that's happening at? I ain't seen that happen nowhere. But
you say you're gonna get a little chopped up. You're gonna get a little chopped up, a little hidden, and you're gonna get a little hidden somewhere.
Exactly. Come on, man. You ain't going over there saying this we're gonna bring all our culture right here. They don't want our culture nowhere else. We don't want nobody else's culture over here. That's just the way it is. You come over here, you want to be an American, act like the Americans act. Do what the Americans do.
Pledge
That's
your
what you
allegiance.
do. Yeah. We ain't got to be taking everybody else's culture. Once you get all the other cultures in here, dog, where's our country gonna be?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the part that people don't see. That's the part that they sneaking in right now. They sneaking in all this other culture, and we ain't sneaking no culture nowhere else. For you know it, how many different neighborhoods now have become Little Mexico?
And you already see what the Somalians doing. and what they got going on in New York. You see what they got going on with the Somalians. These people just rebelling. See, you making it okay to rebel against the leader of your country that's trying to protect you. I don't get it. You got somebody trying to do something on behalf of you, and you standing beside an alliance with the people that trying to replace you.
Yeah. That's why they make you go through all of that stuff when you come to this country the right way. So you can identify with our culture, so you'll know that this is America. You want to be part of America, let's do like Americans do. This ain't Mexico. If you wanted Mexico, you should have stayed over there. If you wanted Somalia, you should have stayed in Somalia. This is not Somalia. I ain't got nothing against the people, but when you come to our country, that's just like coming into my house. You come into my house and you start doing things like you did over there, I'm kicking you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And this is our house. That's the problem. This ain't everybody's house. This is our house. All the Americans that's born over here and that's in here and that's actually citizens, this is our house. I don't care how you think of it. I don't care what you do. This is our house. And anybody just don't come doing anything they want to do when they come into your house. And it's time for us to start standing up and admitting that fact and stop acting crazy and getting these Democrats out here to start acting a fool and telling you that it ain't your house. You know what they got us thinking? They got us thinking, well, this ain't my house. Africa, my house. I ain't seen Africa. That's not my house. I wasn't born there. This is everything I got. This is everything I've been. This is where I'm at. This is my freaking house. And when you come
you letting other people destroy your house. You let people just come over here, burn up your house, chase away the police. My thing is, you got them chase, and this is, and I don't know if y'all blind to this or not, but I want y'all to know that they not only harassing ICE. You know, they starting to harass the real police. They starting to harass the sheriffs. This is what they starting to do. They starting to get out of line. See, it's blurring the lines. They making it okay to go against law enforcement.
Right. Absolutely.
That ain't gonna do nothing but make a whole bunch of bodies pop up. Because, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Them people is not wrong. They better stop playing with us. That's what they better stop doing. They better stop playing with us. Because everybody letting everybody from everywhere else come over here and destroy America. Come on, man. I got all kind of family members, cousins, friends, everybody that's locked up for illegal stuff. Illegal. Exactly. But but Democrats, you know, they so good with identifying. They let illegals identify as legal.
Yeah, exactly. But they won't let you identify as the same thing. I got people locked up, dime rocks, nickel rock, stuff like that. Man, come on. I don't see nobody marching for them. That's why I get pissed off and overhyped and excited, because I know the stuff ain't right. And you ain't gonna fool me and sit here and tell me that that's right. You didn't do nobody like this, and you let everybody else come into our house and destroy our house and destroy towns and get disarray in our cities, cause chaos, and you got these clowns on the Democratic Party steady pushing this mess. That's why I get pissed off. Hey, I consider this my house. Africa ain't my house. I'm sorry. That might have been descended from there, but I was born and raised right here. Everything I know is right here.
Yeah.
I served for this country. Okay. I did all of that. I ain't served for this country for nobody else to bring their country over here.
Yeah, because that's what's gonna happen, and you're not even realizing it.
Yeah. They already setting up and doing things and doing this, and you're giving them this.
They're changing the identity of America. Man, you see they had all the Muslims, they had all the Muslims up in New York praying in the same direction and all this stuff, man. They gonna get, well, we gonna be in trouble.
They got them in Texas down there trying to do Sharia law and all this here kind of crap. This ain't freaking the Muslim country. This is America. If you want to come here and stay here, you do what the Americans do. When you in Rome, you do like Rome. Romans do. Yeah. This is America. Do like America do. That's what you do. You want to be part of this, then you got to do like we doing. If you don't want to be part of it, why don't you stay where you at? You got your culture. You got a whole country with your culture in it. Stay there. What you want to do? Come over to my country and enact your culture in my country? I'm not going to yours doing that. Ain't nobody going to yours setting up over there. All them people's culture is still the same right where they at. Ain't nobody going over there setting up no other culture.
Exactly. If you in right now, you already know how we do. It's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563. Highlight everyone, like the page. Watch us on YouTube as well. Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word. If you got anything you want to ask me or Art, send us a question. We liable to, we're willing to answer, But
Absolutely.
what we're talking about tonight is spinning the narrative. Don't nobody ever talk about the mental health issue that's going on with the other party, because that's definitely mental health issues. They fighting to make a man a woman and a woman a man. They fighting for illegals. I mean, you got them over there in California. They trying to get the Bloods and the Crips to attack ICE.
Yeah, come on, man.
I mean, you got the politicians. Trying to get the cartels and the Bloods and the Crips to harm ICE agents.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ridiculous. Where they do that at? They don't do that over here. The mayor,
they try to make it seem like they're not the police. Man, everybody know about the. Hey, you rather deal with the police than the Alphabet Boys. They the Alphabet Boys.
Absolutely. They not playing no games. You go put yourself in a situation and want somebody feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, man. Let them people do their jobs. Grandma said it all.
Yeah.
Grandma
Let the
said
man do
it
his
all.
job. Get out the way.
Yeah, I don't know what they thinking, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to do a little bit better than that.
Yeah, man. Black people always spin the narrative. I was telling you about that. I was looking up under the comments, up under the grandma post. Somebody put that this is a raisins and a raisins in her potato salad type grandma. Then somebody put up under that, oh, I feel like this is a scene from a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah.
Y'all people can't be serious for 48 seconds. That lady got up there and spoke for 48 seconds, and y'all people can't be serious for 48 seconds. I don't. If it's a Tyler Perry movie, I know she wish Tyler Perry could come out and say cut, and her grandson get up out the cemetery and walk about, get out the graveyard and walk up out the cemetery. Come on now, this is her real life.
Exactly. And this lady ain't playing, man. She see
this
what's
lady
going
ain't
on.
playing.
I'm glad for a change that some older person is finally starting to see the truth. If she can see the truth, I know the rest of y'all to be able to see through this smoking mirror that they putting out there. Stuff don't make no sense. You got to start thinking and using some critical thinking skills. Don't just take the narrative for what it is.
You got to keep it 100, though. We always go right back. We end up right back at keeping it 100 every time. I tell people all the time, I know you done heard me say this before. I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys. Right. I hate the Dallas Cowboys with all my heart. But Turpin, number 9, he one of my favorite players in the NFL. I can keep it 100 and say that. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. You hate Trump so bad. You see he giving $1,000 to every child born, and you a Democrat, and you can't say that's good.
No, you can't.
You can't say exactly. You can't even admit that the inflate your check going up for your overtime not being taxed. You can't say that's good.
Yeah, no, they can't
say it. You can't admit that that's good. Even if you hate the man, you still got to be able to keep it 100 and say that this is good. Men not been able to win Women of the Year award, that's good. Men not to be able to put on dresses and go in the bathroom with little girls, that's good. Why can't y'all say that this is good? Somebody trying to put somebody out the country, that's illegal. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I got people that do illegal stuff and they get charged and have to go do the time for doing illegal.
Yeah. I mean, they can't say it's good because somewhere along the line, somebody did not teach them that they got to think above or outside of the box that they living in. That's the bottom line. They can't say it. Nobody ever told us we was right, Blow, about that thing they were putting in people's body. People still right now to this day won't tell us that we was right. And they sit there and know it. Because they just don't want it to be right. They don't want it to be. And see, I always tell you that you make your worst decisions when you get in your feelings. When you get in your body, you make the worst decisions you ever made in your body. You know how many people sitting in prison right now because they got in their body? And and wind up
Yeah,
in prison and sitting there talking about, man, I wished I would have did something else. I shouldn't have made that move right then. I should have calmed down for 5 minutes. Yeah, because you can think.
Those the lucky ones. Those the lucky ones.
Exactly.
Because Renee Good and Alex Pretty, they was making bad decisions.
Yep, because they was
And
in
we
their
see
body.
what it cost them.
Yeah,
It cost them their whole entire existence.
yeah,
You cannot create your own rules in life. Yeah, if I put my hands up and the police say freeze, put your hands up. If I put my hands up and they come up on me and I put one behind my back and my other one, I'm gonna take the ride. But if I get to reaching in my pants and turning around, then y'all gonna be saying, oh, they should have shot Blow in the leg. Oh, they should have. Oh, a leg wound would have took them down. They ain't have to shoot them up like that. So what role do I play in that? I don't play no role in my own death.
right, exactly.
Come on,
Yeah,
now.
Could I kept my hands up, maybe live? Maybe so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's it. When them ICE agents pulled up and they was fed up with her, not listening to them and telling her to move out the street, and they said, "Okay, ma'am, get out the car." She should have got out the car.
Exactly.
And then this is, let me take it a step further. And this is what I don't like about Democrats, because I said this and now it's happened. So we go show this last clip. I always say, now everybody's saying that the police shouldn't have shot Renee Good. But what if she would have rolled up the street and hit somebody and killed them? Trying to run. So now we go show this video right here. Because it happened.
Yeah.
You got ICE trying to lock up somebody who they already done kicked out, told he got to leave the country back in 2024. The man's still in America. A fugitive. He a fugitive. Ain't no different as if I do something I ain't supposed to do and I go on the run. I'm a fugitive.
Exactly. And they're gonna find you and lock you up too.
And when they find him and try to lock him up,
ain't nobody gonna say free Blow. Ain't nobody gonna say
free Blow.
Yeah.
This is crazy. All right, so this was so this is where we at with it. Here we go, Art.
In Georgia, a special education teacher was killed in a road crash on Monday. Police say the driver accused of slamming into her is an illegal immigrant with a deportation order who was allegedly speeding away from ICE agents. Jonathan Seri is joining us live in Atlanta with the latest on this. Jonathan.
Good morning to you, Bill. The driver's being held without bond on multiple traffic charges, including reckless driving, driving without a valid license, and vehicular homicide. According to the Department of Homeland Security, Oscar Vasquez Lopez is an illegal immigrant from Guatemala who was ordered to leave the U.S. by a federal judge in 2024. When ICE officers attempted to stop him in Chatham County, just outside the Savannah city limits, Vasquez Lopez allegedly pulled over and then drove off, making a U-turn and running a red light before colliding with an agent who was driving to a staff training day at Hess K-8 school about half a mile away from the crash site. Both the Savannah mayor and Chatham County Commission chairman have questioned whether ICE officers contributed to the crash by pursuing the suspect. DHS is blaming the media and sanctuary politicians for emboldening illegal immigrants to resist arrest in the first place. But in the Georgia House of Representatives yesterday, there was a non-political and bipartisan show of support for the victim.
Today, we just want to remember all that she gave to the children of Chatham County, which is evidenced by the beautiful picture that we've got displayed.
Monday, of course, was a holiday for the students, but they returned to school on Tuesday, and all week the district is providing additional count for it. Bill?
Come on, man. It's the same stuff I was saying, Art. It's the same stuff I was saying. You look, everybody, it's sad that the lady lost her life, but you let the lady speed away from the scene and get up the road, you might have the same situation.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
It's crazy.
Well, you know, if they stop preaching all this stuff and go ahead and enforce the law like they do with everybody else, and people get out of the way and let them do their job, the man had no business being out there. Period.
Exactly.
He should have been
everybody. I'm gonna be honest. If everybody get behind ICE, do you know how much better this country would be right now if everybody was on the same page with ICE right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, this country would be, oh my God, this would be the greatest country in the world. If you ain't had the couple of issues, you got the Somalians acting crazy. You got Mandani and the Muslims over there acting, them Muslims acting crazy. Then you got all these people going against ICE. That's where the craziness coming from.
Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, and they putting anybody in. They put Mandami in up there. The man ain't did nothing he said he was going to do. Now he's saying he out of money and he can't do it. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
he said you going to have to pay for it. Man. Yeah, they going to have to pay for it.
Yeah, and he can't do it. Where you going to get the revenue? That's what I'm talking about. You put these clowns in office and you ain't never even thought twice about it. Oh, you thought about, oh, he's a Democrat and it sound good. He going to give me something. He ain't going to give you nothing. They ain't
None
never
of them give you
nothing.
None of them give you nothing.
Nobody nothing. Oh, we want to give you free this and free that. We're going to give you free buses. We're going to give you free. Where's all that stuff at? He's the mayor now.
Yep.
I want to know about all them people up there in New York who thought this man was going to actually give them something. Oh, we're going to give you free rent and all this stuff. We're going to make the rich people pay for it. Really? Them people moving out of New York.
They're moving out. They don't know.
What you going to do when all the rich people move out of New York? Where you going to get the money from? Come on, man. That called not thinking outside the box, not doing any critical thinking. You got all them clowns up in New York that put that fool in office up there, and ain't thought about nothing. Now he can't do none of what he said he was going to do. He's an idiot. And the people that voted for him, I hate to say it, they idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Because they ain't did nothing. They ain't thought about nothing. They ain't even used their freaking brain. Come on, man. Take it serious. Somebody saying they're going to give you something free right then. Start questioning.
Mm-hmm.
All this good stuff he's saying he was going to do, he ain't done nothing. No, and the rest of them ain't done nothing up there either.
Mm-hmm.
Go along with the narrative.
I mean, to be honest with you, man, we really live in sad times, though. I mean, every which way you look, the people are really going crazy. Look, we had the issue with Jordan last week. We were going back and forth with people about Michael Jordan. Man, the man up there, man, the man just won the Daytona 500. Everybody in America, half of everybody in America is looking at the camera. And y'all think he gonna take that time to sexually harass a young man while the whole world looking? Stop playing, man.
Yeah.
The man trying to get some ice off the man's shirt.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's crazy.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Everybody's soft these days, man. I remember when I was a little boy, my uncles used to come in the house and pick me up by my drawers and give me a wedgie and walk around the house holding me in the air like this and swinging me around while I'm yelling and crying. Ain't nobody saying nothing. But come on now.
You stop that crying.
You give a little boy a pat on the butt. They playing the Michael Jordan commercial when he was patting the little boy on the butt like this, talking about he been up. Come on, man. Yeah, and then y'all doing it all in the name of GOAT talk. Come on, now you love LeBron that much, you want to make the man a pedophile to take away all this stuff just so you can give somebody else something. Come on, man.
It's crazy. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, that's the way they do it, though, Blow. You got to realize these people out here that's pushing these narratives. I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think people are starting to wake up to what's going on. You can't deny it, but so long, man.
I think they are truly convinced. I think they are truly convinced, man, because my thing is I know one thing I noticed about the Democrats. They worse than a Republican because they swear the Republicans, the crazy people that want to do harm and hurt and harm everybody, but they the ones that act like they want to hurt you when you don't agree with them.
Yeah, they want to fight.
Yeah, they want to fight and get crazy and talk to you, say stuff out of line to you, and call you out your name and challenge you.
Yeah, they get in their body because they don't have no answers. They don't have no answers, Blow. You start asking them about the answers, they don't have them. I'm sorry. The answers.
No, they don't. They don't have the answers. No, they don't have the answers because you can line up questions for me and you and for them, and we can answer some questions, and they won't answer nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Won't answer none. Not one. Not one question at all.
Not one question at all. You're right. Not one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, the thing is crazy. But that's all right. It's going to come. like I say, you got to start respecting this country, man. Start
Mhm.
respecting what this country stand about. Everybody want to pour in and say, well, these people are already here. You know what it sounds like to me when they tell me, well, don't nobody want to do those jobs. That, you know, the jobs that the illegals are doing, don't nobody want to do them. I always tell you, if you pay them enough money, I don't care who it is, they'll do the job. That's the first and foremost thing.
Yeah,
And
you right about that, because if you pay somebody $40 an hour to pick cotton, hey, everybody will want to pick cotton. I would.
Absolutely.
I go out there myself and pick cotton. $40 an hour, I'm picking cotton. I don't care nothing
Absolutely.
about that. I would be the
Well-
first one there and the last one to leave, especially if they ain't taking no money out for overtime.
Well, see, but the way they look at it is, shoot, y'all taking my slave. Well, you ain't paying them nothing, okay? Y'all letting the slaves you leave the plantation. That's what it sounds like to me.
I'm gonna go out on a limb on that one. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. I don't think that's true.
Okay.
Now, McDonald's, Burger King, maybe so. But these laborers at these job sites that's out there rubbing shoulders with these black men and these white men is making $28, $32, $34 an hour. You not gonna tell me, Migo, they making money, Art. Them people ain't out there making no deals.
I'm talking about in the field.
Oh, okay, in the field. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about these people out here in these construction
They not
sites.
talking about these skilled laborers. They charging more than the American people. You go
Yeah,
get
I know. These people ain't getting no ball. I know they getting paid.
Yeah, they're getting paid. Ain't no way you could tell me they riding around in all these big things out here. They're bigger things than we riding in.
One of them trucks they riding in, they're riding in them real trucks.
Yeah, come on, man. They riding in these big things around here. You look around there, and they in Walmart and everywhere else you see spending big money.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't come from no little crop money they getting out there. That come from making some real money right around here. That come from taking these good jobs that we got already out here. That's what that come from.
Yep, that's exactly where it come from. I tell you
Yeah,
all the time, I say this every week. I was a little boy. My Uncle Punk and them used to be sitting out there in my grandma's driveway. I remember it like it's yesterday. It'd be him and about 10 other men out there, all black guys. And they had the truck parked out there, and they was the ones building the buildings.
Exactly. The skilled laborers pay. That always has paid money. If you got some kind of trade labor, skilled labor, that's always paid money. Why? Because you ain't gonna get nobody else to do it, and they can just keep raising the prices up, and everybody can put the prices pretty much about the same. I mean, that's what it is. So no, they ain't complaining about the man in the field. They complain about all these skilled trade jobs that's being took, and these people making all the money. Try to get one of them now to come put down some concrete and see what you got to pay.
Yep, or go get somebody to frame up something. Get somebody to frame up something. Exactly. Them framers making big money.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing against nobody, but do it the right way. Because see, when you don't do it the right way, you go make all this money and talk junk about my house. You talk junk about my country, but you getting money in here. It's just like Ilhan Omar, the senator up there, the one up in where is that Minnesota? The one up there, Ilhan Omar, she talking junk about this country, and the lady is a multi-millionaire, all kind of millions of dollars, and this country gave it to you. And so you're gonna talk junk about it? You're a senator or a congressman, whichever one you are, and you're gonna sit up there and talk junk about this country that's done made you a millionaire? They need to kick her out on her head. That's what I think about it. Kick her out on her head with nothing, broke. And for all the money that's done been stolen, they need to lock her up. Yeah, that's what I think.
And that's the thing that I hate more so than anything, man. If it, don't make everything that's good bad and try to make everything that's bad good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the time we're living in.
Yeah,
that's the time we're living in. There's a whole bunch of BS going on.
How you gonna get rich and talk about the country that got you rich? I don't get it. That's about like biting the hand that feeds you. Come on, man.
Yeah, that is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. You don't talk about this country that got you filthy rich. Why are you talking about it? You ought to be trying to teach other people how to do what you did. That's what you ought to be doing. But you don't want them to do like you doing, so you ain't going to teach them how to do what you did. You ought to have 50 people under you, bringing them right along to do exactly what you did to get where you at.
Yep.
That's what ought to be happening.
Yeah, it start giving the people the truth, start giving people the right information, and stop telling them foolishness. Stop having them think that you want them to tax the rich when you won't even be real with them and say, look, you don't want to tax the rich because if you ever get $1 million check, half of it gonna be gone off the rip.
Exactly. Yeah, and you ain't bright enough to see that, or you can't win in that situation. Because if you do manage to tax the rich, guess what? Everything they got going up. You still lose at the end of the day.
Yeah, you lose. You lose double then.
Because
you got to pay more. You pay more, and if you do get a chance to get ahead, they go take half of that.
Yeah. They making sure they double you up, double down on you. And then they put these clowns in place to tell you something different that they ought not be telling you. Nobody telling you how to get nowhere.
Lead you right to destruction.
Yeah, that's what they want.
Yeah.
They want you to stay out of pocket. They don't want you to, they ain't gonna pay Charlemagne all that money they paid him if he didn't have a different message. I guarantee you.
God, they gave that boy a big bag. 200.
Yeah.
200 million.
You want me and Blow to blow up? All we gotta do is start telling y'all something that wasn't true.
Charlemagne, I know good and well. I know he about shit at the brick when he saw that 200 million to get knocked down.
Yeah, exactly. But he got to keep doing what he got to do. He got to let people like Joe Biden come on his show and tell him he ain't black if he don't vote for me and still go out and vote for him. That's what you call a puppet. Ain't no way in the world nobody can come on my show and tell me that. I don't care if it's the president of the United States. Don't come on here and tell me that if I don't vote for you, I ain't black. I might just kick him off my show. I don't care if he is the president. I'm just saying. You don't just come tell me that, man. How you going to tell me what I am? I can't tell him what he is if he don't do something.
Exactly.
Yeah. Keep that man out the show, man. See, that's where I stand at. I keep it 100. See, because I ain't got to sell out to do nothing. Oh, they done tried to get me and Blow to sell out, but we ain't selling out.
Oh, yeah. Let's believe that. But we probably be somewhere crazy.
I'm not going to tell you that.
We'll probably be somewhere looking like, you probably looking like you about 30 years older. I probably be looking 30 years older. They ain't trying to work some voodoo on us.
Yeah. Come on, man. We ain't fall for that okie doke.
No,
we know better.
Hey, they were early in the game too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was early in the game. They wanted us over with them, but we ain't wanting to come out there, man, like that. I ain't doing it. I'm telling you, I'm not doing it.
I ain't doing it either.
Yeah, I'd rather just do like I'm doing. I'm good.
Me and Art sat down and looked at the puzzle. Art said, "Oh no."
Yeah, I don't want that.
Art said, "Oh no." I said, "I'm with you." Oh no, we ain't doing that.
No, that's not gonna happen. And that's the way it's got to be.
Hey, and I can attest to that, Art. It's really out here. We really saw it.
Yeah, ain't no question. It was there. We could have went a different direction. We didn't want to lead y'all wrong. I'm sorry. I don't want to lead y'all in the wrong direction. I can't do it. I ain't going to sit there and tell you ain't going to never be nothing, can't do nothing. These people doing this when I know good and well you can be what you want to be. You can do what you want to do, but you got to do the work to do it. I'm not going to do the work for you. I'm going to do the work that I got to do to get to where I need to get to, and you can do the same thing. I mean, being lazy stuff ain't no option. You got to get up and work and strive and work for it. If you want to work for it, do it. If you want to go to school, go to school. You can go to school. The first thing they tell you, I don't want to pay for it. Well, you pay for it back. They did it. You can pay it back. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Bro, I think we're out of time.
All right. Well, me and Art gonna continue to bring you more episodes just like this one. Between what I say, what he say, what's in the comments, the truth is in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's one thing for certain.
Two things for sure.
We're going to tell the truth.
Because it's time.
It's time to tell the truth. And the truth hurt. Hey,
you already know that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Peace out. We thank everybody for coming in today. Hey, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.